All right, so now we're ready to start adding some more detailed coloring and some sort of texture effects, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is start with this lowest layer. I'm going to select it so we can make sure that we aren't painting outside of any lines. And I'm going to make sure I have, I'm actually going to use this charcoal block brush. Maybe let's just look what other options we have. I think we are going to use that. Actually, yeah, we're going to go with that charcoal block brush. And we're doing this so that we can get some nice texture in here. And I'm just going to start painting in these different parts. So for example, the hoof of that foot, okay? Just go over here to the rest of his body, lighten this up a little bit. This hoof, his back hoof as well. Okay, let's do, there's not, well yeah, there's some stuff on his body. Let's do his body really quick. So we're gonna make a new layer for his body, and I'm going to get, we can use this charcoal block brush. We're gonna blow it up really big though, and probably try setting this to multiply, okay? And with a really light pink color, I'm going to come in here and start blocking in some spots on the back of this pig. Okay? Because we want him to kind of have a little bit of a broken up texture here. Not be so plain. So I'm just tapping here to put these nice big block shapes down on his body. Okay, excellent. Then we can take this, darken it up if we want, slide the color around. I think I want it to be a little bit more brown, pinkish brown. Okay. And I'm also going to adjust our line art layer. I'm going to adjust that to multiply because I want it to be dark enough to show up underneath that texture, and then I'm just going to lower the opacity. Okay. So we have that. I'm going to go a little bit darker again and just add another layer, a little bit darker on top. Really push some of these spots on his back darker. Okay. Awesome. Then I'm going to take that, just lower the opacity. We don't want it quite that intense, but we do need to make sure it stands out from the color of his belt. So I'm just going to take that belt layer and we're going to make it darker. Or should we go lighter? We should go darker. So I'm going to take it a little darker, drop the saturation down just a bit. And then for this layer, we can make it a little lighter. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So we got that texture in there. What else do we need to do? I am going to, let's darken this up as well now that we darken the belt some. Let's do this fire. So I'm going to select, let's actually just do it by hand. We're going to pick a nice bright yellow for the center and a little bit too green. And start brushing it out from the middle. And then bring it almost white. And hit the center, and then all the way practically to white in the very, very middle. So we can make it feel nice and hot. And then I'm going to brush a little bit of a darker orange around the edges of the fire as well. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Now we need to do his rocket. So to do this, we're going to turn off all these layers except for the rocket layers so we can see clearly, more clearly what it is we're doing. Okay, I'm going to turn that down. We'll turn our line art on. And I'll start with, it's going to be gray, a fairly dark gray. Okay, so let's go ahead and paint this in here. Now it's going to show up pretty light, and that's because we have our opacity turned down, but that's okay. Oh, and you know what? Before I do this, let's select this so we're not painting outside the lines. Okay. Goodness gracious. So I don't want to hit that fin. We want to keep that how it is, but we do want to get in here to the front of this turbine. Okay. We're going to go a little lighter. Do this part. And I'm going to turn this up a bit. Oops. Can't do it while it's selected. We'll just look at it in a second and then we can clean it up if we need to. Then we're going to go real dark for this part right in here. Almost black. And then the lightest, maybe not that light. That's better for this part. All right, so let's check that out, see how it looks. All right, so turn this layer back on so we can see where our lines are, and then we can come in here and clean this up now. Okay. So this, for example, we want to, I'm going to turn this line art off too, so I'm not getting distracted. Some really clean, crisp lines here. This in here. And this black. And then the lightest part. All right, there we go. On our line layer for the rocket, I'm also going to just erase that line right there so it's not overlapping. Perfect. And now we're going to do the same thing for this side of the rocket. So we're going to lower the opacity. Make sure it's not selected first though. Don't want that. And we'll turn these off real quick so you can see. Okay. Select that. Get our brush out. Oh, and we do want to turn this one on so we can color pick. All right, so start with this gray. Fill that all in. Next layer. Next layer, this dark color, almost black. All right. Let's go ahead and turn up the opacity here, see how we did. All right, not too bad. Let's go ahead and clean it up a little bit though. So, just gonna round out some of these shapes here. There we go. Let's turn off our line art, turn everything back on, see if there's any other spots we want to add stuff to. I think though that looks pretty good. I don't see, oh, you know what? Actually, we're not quite done yet. We need to do, I'm glad I caught this. We need to do this back part of the thruster of the rocket. So I'm going to pick it to be this lighter gray color. And let's select this so we don't go outside of our lines. Okay. And my goodness. Select, get our brush, and we can paint this in. All right, so we go ahead and turn that up. I'll turn off this line layer. Check out what we've got here. All right, not bad. Just clean it up a little bit. There we go, get some nice crisp lines in there. And then bring back that red to smooth it all out. Perfect. And let's just get that corner too. There we go. All right, excellent. So I think that's about it for adding any extra colors, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture.